sparkling and shining, so bright and shiny that I squinted my eyes. Hey, I really don't understand. I'm really happy, but I also really want to cry. Why do I want to? The rainbow colored clouds, the birds flying away, the words following behind you, no matter where you may go. I'm singing a little song as if I'm whispering a melody that I don't know even tonight. La 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 la, la 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 la. The deep blue sky melts away into your smile, and it's just so wonderful. The railways are so silver and calling out. It's clear and pure as I, exactly right for me. My heart suddenly exploded with emotion for you. Time stopped in an instant, and never again.
All right, welcome back, and we're gonna continue where we left off. I think this is it, right? All right, HB's up, but we need to further up it. We're supposed to reach 100, so we're gonna get some rest. We're taking a break today. No matter what anyone says, this is our day off.
兄様、誰も何も言いませんよ。
Oh, right.
おやすみですね。またちょっと眠らせてもらいます。
I should also do this tonight. Like this is today. This one's gonna be shorter today, and then just gonna do my usual summer boxes and go to sleep. I feel kind of sick. Jesus Christ! I don't know why. Oh no, because I left the window open for some reason last night because it was so hot. But whatever. Anyway, let's continue. Asami took it easy the rest of the day. Her stamina recovering. All right. Oh no, she's sick. Oh my god, what am I gonna do? Fucking hell, guys, what am I gonna do? We're not gonna make it. She's too sick to do anything, I can imagine. Like, asking her to do something will automatically kill her. Guys, I feel like if I ask her to do something, she'll die. I really do. If I ask her to think a bad thing, I actually don't know. Oh, it's only this plus 50%. Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know. Let's try it. I can afford it, right? Minus 45. Well, this will clear the condition I need to take care of. But honestly, I don't want to because I'm still traumatized by the one game I played before, where the Emoto was sick, and if you do something with her, she dies immediately the following night. So you had to focus and rest. All right. Let's just do it. I don't like this. Whew. I was using a tube to blow air onto the fire I had started a while ago in the Kamada stove. As the flame grew, the smoke coming off it billowed up into the chimney. It always made me happy preparing the bath for Asami like that. Would be happy to live for no other purpose than heating baths for Asami. Well, not really. just a Jordan. Michael Jordan. Oh shit, I really need to take care of, like, I want to upgrade the bats actually. So this might actually improve the stats. Maybe, I don't know. Anyway, alright. That should just about do it. Soon the temperature would be perfect. Asumi! Asumi! No response. She had already told me I could come in when it was ready, so... Asumi! The bat is heated, so I'm gonna come in now, okay? I entered the house while calling Asumi's name. It was nowhere to be seen. Excuse me, Asumi, can I come in?
失礼じゃないですよ。
Said Asumi already in the bathtub. Right. Getting in the bathtub with Asumi was a little nerve-wracking.
兄様。
Wait, I need 7. Sorry, I'm taking now I'm taking notes of like the time of when I see and some stuff I need to cut, because before I just randomly scroll through the video. Anyway, what is it?
兄様の裸、しっかり見せてくれませんか?
Without realizing it, I had to do forward to conceal myself. As her Nissan, it was embarrassing to be seen like this. No, it's not a problem. Take a good look. I struck a handful of poses, throwing out my best heroic stance before moving into a bodybuilder's routine. Asumi, however, wasn't looking at my poses. He was staring transfixedly at what was between my legs. The gaze of my beloved Emoto was like a magic spell. Feeling it, I became instantly erect.
たくましい。
Asumi said, eyes widening in awe as my cock reached its full size. Not that I wanted her to call it sturdy or anything, but
兄様、一緒に入りましょう。
right. But Asumi seeming not to mind the new development, I pretend to be equally unbothered and climb and she's still sick. But I think we could hardly do anything anyway. What's the stuff we can do then? We only have 25. So just gonna be some let's try to liquidate max HP up. Oh, +4. This is a lot. We can unlock this. Yeah, we could do this. Yeah, let's do this. What should we do? That's really not. I don't want that, but like. Okay, let's do this. So this is something I've done in the demo. I sat down next to Asumi, who was standing in the external corridor, staring off into space.
今日は涼しいですね。寒いくらいです。
She noticed me, but spoke as if to herself. Yeah, the temperature range is probably more extreme here, given the high altitude.
空が近いですもんね。
You think so? I never really thought of it like that. Well, I scooted closer to Asumi and gently putting my head closer to hers, pointed at the sky. It doesn't seem that much closer to me, but I can't really remember what the sky looked like before either.
そうですよね。私は空ばかり見ていたので、つい。
Right. At the hospital, the only view of the sky Asumi had was through the window. Letting her take it in, I sat by her side in the corridor, and the two of us passed the time staring at the sky.
さあ、お茶でも入れますね。
Asami said after the sun had set and we were back inside. We were just like an old married couple, I thought. When I thought about how we had sat there the entire time without even speaking, the whole thing became even more amusing.
どうしました？私何か変なこと言いましたか？
No, you didn't say anything weird. Too embarrassed to say anything about the old married couple impression I've gotten. I got flustered and lost track of my footing. I tripped on the lip of a depression on the footboards on the tatami mat next to it, in the middle of the room.
大丈夫ですか？兄様。
I'm alright, it's nothing.
よかったです。
Hey,
兄様、ここなんでこうなってるんですかね。
this is, sunken heart.
いろり？
Have you seen those scenes in period dramas where families gather around and eat from a pan dangling from the ceiling?
鍋。ああ、見たことあります。ということは、ここで火を燃やせるんですか？
If there are ashes spread, yeah, but it looks like it has been removed. Saying that, I laid my hand on the tatami where the sunken fireplace used to be. It feels like you could remove this tatami mat.
どうなってるんでしょう。
I looked over at Asami and saw her eyes were sparkling with curiosity. Wanna look?
興味あります。
Alright, let's open it up.
はい。
It was easy enough to remove, but didn't find much in the way of the ashes underneath it.
これって。
In the middle, however, was a large earthen pot with ashes inside of it. Looks like they left behind hibachi instead of the regular sunken fireplace stuff, huh?
火鉢？
It's basically a stove used for cooking and indoor heating.
へえ。私、こんな大きな陶器、初めて見ました。
To Asami, who had been stuck in the hospital for so long, it was an entirely unknown object. Asami kept staring at the hibachi with intense interest. The afternoon had been comfortably cool, but come night, the temperature dropped further and went from just chilly to cold. From time to time, I caught Asami wrapping her arms around her body. Right then, in that case, it was the perfect opportunity. Asami, since we went through all that trouble to find the hibachi, could we try using it?
使い方、わかるんですか？
Asami-kun, give me a little credit. I'm your handyman Oni-chan, remember?
いえ、昔のもので、今使うものじゃないと思っていたので。
By the way, just a comment, because I know they're using MLT to do this thing, but you get this amount of inconsistencies and all. Just a thing, but you know it is what it is. It's they themselves that MLT this, so it's not like some fan doing it. But you know, could use an editor, but yeah, for a quote unquote indie game, you know, I guess that's what they want to get some improved reach, which works because I'm playing this now. But you know, if you're really, it's not a narrative heavy story anyway. Like I don't know. Anyway, let's go. I see what you mean. This thing doesn't require electricity or kerosene, though it's still eco-friendly. People still use these for that reason.
そうなんですか。
Actually, we used to use one of these in the garage of the repair shop I worked at.
エコを意識した素敵な職場だったんですね。
Nothing cool about it. They were just stingy with the kerosene. Some things are better left unsaid now. Here, I'll explain how to use it while I get the fire going. There's gotta be somewhere around here. Just earlier, when we removed the tatami mat, there had been a box next to the hibachi. Maybe I'd find what I was looking for inside that box. Yep, just like I expected. There's charcoal in here.
ちっちゃい黒い石ころみたいなのがいっぱいです。
When they're that shit, we call them charcoal briquettes.
豆？丸くて柔らかそうで、 まるで食べ物みたいです。
Give me a second. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Couldn't build anything with these, unfortunately. I picked one up and handed it over to Asami.
あ、本当です。見た目よりもずっと硬い。
The way Asami's eye lit up when she looked at something new to her, for the first time was so adorable. No matter how many times I saw it, I never got tired of it.
これをどうするんですか？
You light them on fire. To light them, though, you need some ashes. Here, let me show you. And there we go. We got a fire going.
おー。
I didn't do all that great a job. Getting the fire started took longer than it should have, but somehow I got a flame going. If it started making too much smoke, I'd put it out right away, but it was probably fine like this.
でもあまりあったかくないですね。
I hadn't quite lived up to Asami's imagination, it seemed. It takes some time for charcoal to really warm up to the flame. You gotta enjoy the authentic retro experience, you know?
レトロですか。
Retro. Didn't seem all that impressed. In that case, I just needed to make the atmosphere even more retro. Wait a moment. I took a blanket for the closet and put it over her head and turned off the lights. Come here, Asami. As we watched the crackling fire and gradual reddening of the charcoal, Asami and I cuddled up close and shared our body heat. Having Asami right by my side, close enough to hear the beating of her heart, and the gentle rhythm of her breathing, was the peak of happiness. Asami gazed at the fire wordlessly. Looking at the fire like this is calming somehow.
はい。すごく綺麗でずっと見ていられます。ずっとこうしていたんです。
Me too. We stared at the fire again. Neither was speaking. Whether it was day or night, I love the silent moments like these.
火鉢ってすごいですね。
Asami said suddenly after a little while.
最初は冷たい印象だったのに、だんだん明るくなって、こんなに離れてるのに火に向いてるところはもう暑いくらい。でも
Asami scooted over a little, getting even closer to my body.
背中に感じる兄様の温かさの方がずっと優しくて心地よいです。
Me too. Between Asami's slightly raised body temperature, the subtle softness of her hair, and the sweet scent emanating from her, my senses were so taken that I could no longer feel the heat from the hibachi.
このまま動きたくないです。
Me neither.
この時間がずっと続けばいいのにってそう思います。
Me too.
兄様ってばさっきから一言しか発していませんね。
I guess this has me at a loss for words.
でもそれわかります。私ももっと言いたいことあるはずなのに。
Once again, we passed the time wordlessly.
兄様、火って綺麗ですね。
Yeah, it really is beautiful.
兄様、寒い夜も素敵ですね。
Yeah, they're great.
兄様、
I also feel the same. Suddenly I realized. Did I skip some? Did I accidentally skip something? Okay, sorry. Asami. I couldn't see Asami's expression well since her head was hanging down a little, but it felt like her body temperature has gone up a bit. It wasn't enough to just feel the same. I needed to properly express my feelings. Asami. Daisuki.
兄様、
Asumi lifted her head a little, so I could see her expression. She looked like she was about to cry. There were, of course, not tears of sadness.
私すごく幸せです
I'm happy too. Having each said so, we looked at each other and smiled. After that, no words between the two of us were needed. Together like that, we happily passed the time until it was time to go to sleep. I can't remember, the scene is a little different if they already admitted their feelings or not, but I don't know. I'll just rewatch what I did in the demo, because I went through that scene before they admitted their feelings. Anyway, the day of Asumi's regularly scheduled examination has arrived. Let's do a quick save. Let's do a lot of saves to do it. Let's go examination. This one is also new to me since I haven't gone this far. We decided to do today's examination as scheduled. Asumi and I were a little nervous as we waited for Annie-sensei. Annie-sensei was normally fairly lighthearted, appeared more taciturn than usual. Thank you for coming.
先生どうぞ座布団は1枚か
She started looking around instead of sitting down where Asumi had gestured.
今日は受けないよ
She said, holding her palm like a stop sign.
今日
She doesn't want the cinnamon cookies. As when you stir lots of food, it's someone's honor.
助手くん異常はないねチュチュチュ
Wait, 146? That's already a different mouse? 145 is... Where's 145? Anyway, after a quick survey of her situation by her mousy assistant, she finally sat down on the cushion.
やあ妹ちゃんにお兄ちゃん元気していたかね
She greeted us like nothing unusual had just happened. So, what was all that about?
いつも私を子供扱いしていたからね調べさせてもらったよ
So, that's what that was.
先生どうしたんだい妹ちゃん私先生ともっと仲良くなりたいだけです先生のこと小さくて可愛いとは思いますが決して子供扱いしてるわけじゃないんです仲良くって私は妹ちゃんを病院に帰そうとしている敵みたいなものだよちょっと怖いところもありますが敵ではありませんお世話になっている先生に何かしてあげたいってそれはいけないことですか
Asumi's words took me by surprise. She was able to put her feelings into words very well.
いやまあ先生そうだな私が考えすぎたかもしれない
I always thought of Anna-sensei as the type who'd argue with you over anything, but it seemed like Asumi's straightforward words were enough to defeat her.
仲良くなりたいって気持ち分かってくれたんですかああ分かったよじゃあこれからもっと仲良くなるために姉ちゃんって呼んでいいですか
Asumi, that's the very opposite of what you're trying to do.
はあちゃんって油断も隙もないまたそうやって子供私そうやって呼べる相手っていなかったから
Oh. Okay. Asumi had been in the hospital for most of her life, so of course she never had any peers whose names she could add Chan to.
分かった分かった
If Asumi goes that far, even the good sensei has no choice but to give in.
ただし医者と患者の関係を離れた時だけだ
Thanks, Annie-chan. Seeing as the deal has been made, I decided to try it out myself.
なんでお前がそう呼んでるんだ？
What? I thought Annie-chan was fine now. Besides, I'm not even your patient.
先生だぞ。お前にとって私は人生の先生だ。
What the hell kind of argument is that? Then, how about Annie-sensei-chan?
かわいい言い方ですね。お前たちな。
It looked like she wanted to say something, but let out a big sigh instead.
もうどうでもいいよ。
She had us on edge at first, but she's not scary at all anymore.
それじゃあ妹ちゃん診察をするぞ。口を開けて。あ
And thus, Asami's medical examination began as usual.
ー、喘息の方は問題ないようだね。
It usually ends on that. You're starting with that today?
ああ、本格的な検診はこれからだ。家を見せてくれるかな。健康的な生活ができる環境になっているか。
Oh,
確認させてもらう。
I think she's gonna. The next set of objectives is gonna be like, you gotta have this, and you gotta have this, the bidet and stuff, or whatever. Huh? I'm pretty sure she didn't mention this. What is this? A surprise inspection?
前何も言われなかったから油断していただろう。
Sensei, that's dirty.
なんとでもいいかまえ。
I'm the one who makes the rules, said her smile. Damn, she's scary after all. Kawaii.
姉ちゃん、今は検診中。まだ妹ちゃんの先生だ。すみません、先生。妹ちゃんは庭でランニングをしててくれるかな。体力チェックだよ。息を切らすほどの速さで走らなくていいからね。はい。 お兄ちゃん、これはどうなっているんだ。
Right, well, while Asami was out jogging, I followed behind Anna since I explained everything about her setup.
妹ちゃん、戻ってきていいよ。はーい。
After a quick look around the house, she called Asami back inside and sat back down on the cushion.
なるほどね。改善は見られる。健康的に過ごそうという意識は高かったようだね。先生。
Asami came in and sat down next to me.
バイタルのチェックをさせてもらおうか。手を出して。はい。
It looked like she was measuring her pulse and blood oxygen levels and such.
乱れはない。体力は十分なようだね。今回の定期検診は合格だ。
You can determine the stamina just from those numbers?
顔を見ていればわかる。データは補足だよ。
Oh, that makes sense. Regardless, passing the test means. So, Anna-sensei, would it be fair that the house passed the test as well?
いや、ダメだね。決定的に足りないものがあったよ。
Wait, what?
安心したまえ。抜き打ちで調べて不合格にして。それでは次への課題だ。
I knew it. They were gonna do that. With a pregnant... What? A pregnant pause? Maybe it's... I don't know if it's a real expression, but it's a silly looking expression. With a pregnant pause, Anna-sensei gave the two of us a look over.
君たちはこの家に何が足りないかは。もしかしてエアコンですか？
Asami pondered the question for a moment before giving an answer. That misspelling.
それもそ
Our generation?
それは
Smartphone?
インターネット
Internet. Internet. Despite posing the question herself, she couldn't help but explain the answer.
おしゃれに言い過ぎたかな。君たちに足りないのはインターネットだよ。
Internet yamero. Anyway.
現代における健康的な生活をするには必須なものだ。
I can see how it would be useful, but I'm not sure to call it. I'd call it essential. In fact, lacking the modern convenience was kind of nice.
まあ確かにネット依存など逆に健康を阻害している面もある。
Literally me, by the way. She launched an explanation, perhaps noticing my incredulous expression.
だがこの田舎の生活にはなくてはならないものだと思わないかい？
Well, I suppose having the internet though would let me catch back up on the going-ons in the rest of the world and do online shopping to boot. It's not like we were planning on living like a pair of hermits, so I'm thinking long-term here,
納得したようだね。
she said, seeing the look on my face.
次の定期検診までネットをできるようにしておくように。
I feel like it's one of those multiple quest line things, like when I was getting ready to get the high quality futon. Ow! Anyway, my mind started racing. It would be less risky than a generator, so I decided to stay positive for the time being. I understand.
よろしい。妹ちゃんはだいぶ体力はついたが、それでも一般の人間に比べるとまだまだだ。これからも頑張るように。
They're gonna have more endless sex, man. That's the only way. That's the best way to increase stamina in this game.
はい。まあ今回はこんなところか。
That surprise inspection was seriously exhausting.
では失礼しようかな。
Thank you very much.
ありがとうございました。
Anna Sensei got up and was about to depart when she suddenly turned back around like she forgot something.
ああ、そうだった。一つ聞きたいのだが、
Suspicious of his final request, I braced myself.
君たちに腹違いの兄弟がいるって聞いたことはあるかい？
Fuck this, man. Well, they're still blood related. They're still blood related. Okay, they're still blood related. They're still blood related. Okay, they're still blood related. Oh, wait, I'll be right back. All right, Matt. Let's see if the explanation is correct. He said half siblings. Asumi and I glanced at each other, completely taken off guard.
この前、君たちの弁護士から連絡が来たのだが、君の父親の子供だという兄弟。君たちと同じ兄と妹が母親と共に弁護士に会いに来たらしいんだよ。
Wait, sorry. You aware that you got a pair of half siblings? Okay, sorry, I misunderstood. My reading comprehension is so dead right now. They're still blood related, right? They're your father's children, apparently. Okay. Anakasa, would that be our Okosan's mistress? It wouldn't surprise me that he'd have a mistress, but think he'd knock another woman up.
もちろん法的に認知はされてはいないらしい。弁護士ははっきりするまで君たちに話さない方向で動いているようだったが、黙っておくべきではないと思って私の一存で伝えさせてもらった。だから今のところはあまり気にしないでいいよ。
They're gonna be introducing some sort of conflict or some stakes now.
これでもう話すことはないかな。
But that's very interesting. They introduced that. I mean, okay. I don't know if the story needed it, but let's see how they're gonna use that information. Because for now, it's like, huh? What's that going to do to that anyway?
なさそうだね。
I mean, sure, it might remove their inheritance and all, but like, they're already in the countryside, and our guy would need to learn how to work or some shit. I mean, he already worked before, but like, He has to have some job. He has to have a job. That's it. That's it, right? Anyway, I don't know, man. Let's see how they use that stuff, that information.
改めて失礼するよ。
The sensei and her assistant departed, leaving her two bewildered patients behind. So our Otosan had illegitimate children. I don't think our lawyer had any reason to hide them from us, but
兄様。
she looked at me worriedly. It's like Annie Sensei said, there's no point worrying about it now. Seeing as you cleared another regular checkup, let's get to celebrating, shall we?
はい。
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna use with that information anyway. So what? As of the moment, at least. Do our shiawase.
乾杯。
All right, tier 3. Oh, tier 3 opened. All right, what's the new shit here, man? After a simple celebration, we went to the bedroom. As I rolled around beneath the covers, Anison's words bounced around my head. That asshole really had a mistress. Being pissed at him is nothing new for me, but now I suddenly have half siblings. Considering the timing, it gotta be about his estate, right? Setting aside legal matters, if they're in trouble because of his bullshit, I can't just ignore that. Besides, ask me, what do you think about your number of siblings tripling? When I asked her that, she just stared at
兄
me.
様はどう思ってるんですか？
Good question. Hassan had a lot going on when she got married, so we were completely disconnected from her extended family. And when she passed away, I was inconsolable. It was like the two of us had been completely abandoned by the world. If we really had two more siblings that were related to us by blood, then it might be kind of nice. I found my answer, though Asami seemed a little surprised at first. She smiled.
そうですね。兄様。
You know how the story could turn into more bullshit? If all his half siblings were all girls. It'll be funny if that's how bullshit is. But if one of them was a guy, they might introduce some bullshit, another bullshit. Never mind. Let's not think of that situation. Seeing her expression, I could tell she had mixed feelings, but that was to be expected. Even if we gain a few extra siblings, you'll always be my number one, Asami.
私も兄様が一番です。
Airing our thoughts to each other put mine at ease. Well then, as each other's favorite sibling, let's make tomorrow another great day together.
兄様。
Moving the matter for our half siblings to a different corner of my mind, I fell asleep thinking about what to do about the internet. Interneto. Yamera. All right. We got new shit. Oh, now you can interact with the thing. Oh, nice. Cleaning bot. Ooh. Plus 13 happiness. Live happily. Buying a TV, air conditioner, operation. Mom and dad setting up. Oh wait. Huh? I thought I did that already. Anyway, never mind. Where's the thing that tells you? Oh, check. Is that summary? Max HP to 180 or higher, and unlock setting of the internet tier 3. Okay. All right. Anne senses secret. Oh, this gotta be curious. Oh, at least now we're 14 days, so it's doable. Anne senses secret. That's interesting. That is very interesting. That caught my attention. Thinking of that second time. Go around first. Preparing the freezer. Oh, there's a lot of things here. Mountain date. Oh yeah, I remember this. Opens up outdoor sex. Small feeder for a big garden. Plus 12 happiness. Sexual. I don't know why. Buying high quality futon. Okay, this is the thing I was trying to work on anyway. Where's the thing about the internet though? I don't see it. Following their tip a day. Form of the I go make a lap pillow. What the hell? How do you? Where's the internet thing then? I don't know why the generator is have sex with has to be for the second time. How do you unlock the internet? Oh, okay. Okay, it's the water fountain, water pump. Why is it the water pump? Anyway, well, we're gonna rest first. Oh, nice. Nice. All right, let's rest first. Ask me, don't worry about getting up to. Okay, we already know this stuff. And then we're gonna get the futon, then we're gonna get the internet, then we're gonna have endless sex so we could increase HP to 180. Oh shit, what does this mean? Lower. Fuck. What does this mean? Okay, so if it's activities that increase HP. 69 is the max rate. Alright, let's do 69. Let's do this first. Let me save first. So basically, her horny means increase, decrease stat HP spend. That's a lot of decrease. Look at it, 24 or 49 to 24. Man. Another day was coming to an end. Asumi and I were laying down on the futon side by side, saying our goodnights and closing our eyes. Nope, I can't stand this. This feeling I'm having right now is something that I'm sure all Onika-chans feel. There comes a time, every now and then, when a Onika-chan has an irresistible urge to do something to his Imoto. And now I'm having sex with Asumi. The extent to which I want to do things to her is growing every day. I want to stimulate her. I want her to moan at me in ecstasy. This isn't just pure perversion. It's partially mixed in with my desires as right, as a Onika-chan. I've been in agony since morning. I couldn't stand it any longer. I opened my eyes and saw Asumi was staring at me as well. Asumi. We called out to each other nearly simultaneously. I was the first to gesture for her to proceed. Was it the same for her as for me? It's very interesting that this conversation started out like, well, I didn't choose the clingus option, so yeah, anyway, never mind. Asumi, I'm glad you feel that way, but boy, it sure gives me a complicated feeling. After all, it's conflicted with my desire to pleasure her. So that's what she meant. As her Onika-chan, I can't exactly tell her to give up on her dreams in favor of letting me achieve mine. Well, I got it. You know about 69ing? What's the 69? I mean, they could have just gone for like 69 and it doesn't even need the ing. After a short time pondering, I stumbled about the solution.
6-9?
'It's a way of doing it with your mouth. If you're interested.
本当ですか？ぜひ教えてください。
All right, take off your pajamas and get on top of my face.
私も脱ぐんですか？
69ing is basically when two people lick each other at the same time.
二人ってそれは嬉しいですけどちょっと恥ずかしいですね。
She said, placing a hand on her flushed red cheeks. Asami was acting as adorably as usual, which further inflamed my brotherly desire to pleasure her. He's now sick. Oh no, plus 50 to whatever we're trying to do. All right. We need to buy high quality. I mean, sure, it's minus 45, but we need to recover. It's gonna be a lot of recovery too. No choice. Air conditioner operation. I'm curious about Anisense's secret. Where is Oh fuck, I lost. That morning, Asumi's special futon finally reached its limits. Even the slightest tug would cause the whole thing to fall apart. I think it's time. The stuffing that was spilling out also looked pretty worn out. At this point, it was beyond repair.
ありがとう。
Asumi placed a hand on the futon and gave her thanks. Who was she thanking? The answer to that was obvious. Asumi. I called out to the slightly forlorn-looking Asumi, but she slowly turned around. I'm going to take my bike down to the futon store in the village.
今すぐですか？
They said I could come down whenever, so I'm not going to waste any time. You'll have a brand new futon soon. Just you wait.
自転車で持って帰ってくるってことですか？
It'll be a tough trip, but not an impossible one. Calling up Tanaka-san for a ride was an option, but I can't trouble him with every last little thing. If I strap it down tight, it'll be fine. I gave her a thumbs up and my most confident grin. I'm finally home.
兄様。
Asumi had been waiting for me in the garden and ran over as soon as she noticed me. I thought I could make it back before evening, but the sun had completely set. I'm sure Asumi got worried. Sorry, I'm so late.
いえ、無事でよかった。
She hugged me, halfway to tears. It was as if I was coming home from an epic adventure or something. I took the futon off my bike, and laid it down on the floor inside. Here's your new futon.
これは
Not nearly as fluffy, but it looks old-fashioned. Unsurprisingly, her reaction was tepid. I heard they used to sell these in some real upscale department stores. I started giving Asumi the full details of my adventure. When I said I wanted to buy the best futon they had, they actually showed me the process of making it. Or, well, it's more like the old lady who makes them said I had to see it, or else they wouldn't sell it to me. Hence why this trip took so long. But still, even I was shocked. They don't just stuff the cotton in there. They spread the cotton out in thin sheets and then start layering them. And then they put on the side cloth, the cover. Basically super carefully. Real skilled labor, I tell you. Not to mention the part where they make them completely differently if you're going to put them on the tatami mats or on a bed frame. While I kept rambling on, Asumi started giggling. Oh, what's up?
すっかり職人さんの影響を受けてますね。
Guess so. That passion was contagious.
でも、いい布団だってことは分かりました。少し硬そうだけど、しっか かり弾力もあって気持ちよさそうです。
At last, Asumi finally looked impressed. Well, it's nice to set a good impression, but the real test was coming at bedtime. They also told me the photons need to be personalized to match their users' preferences, and that I should bring it back after a few nights for adjustments.
この布団を持ってまた村まで行くんですか？
For the sake of you sleeping well, it's a small price to pay.
そうですか。
I told her to leave it to me, but she still seemed a little conflicted. Worried about me taking the trip again?
いえ、それも少しありますけど。
Considering all the stories I just shared, I can't really blame you. I don't know, the village is a bit... There aren't many cars driving around, but there aren't zero either.
そうですか。
Still, maybe we can go someday.
はい。
If she gets a good night's sleep and improves her health overall, it's possible she'll be able to make a trip like that someday. Oh, it might be a tier 5 or tier 6 thing. I don't know, man. They're already setting up some that maybe it has a minimum HP requirement or something. Anyway, looking upon this new futon, I offered up a small prayer to the future. All right, it's 7, so we need to do rest. We don't have HP. At least it's 100. We're taking a break today. Okay, this is the same as usual stuff. All right, we gotta focus on. Let me check around if no, it's garden weeding. Unless it's the max, already the max you could do. I was wondering if there's something new, but I'll probably bother that later on. Lovey-dovey yard work. Max 14. Okay, I think that's new. They're gonna do it outside. No, I think they're just gonna do it in the house. I mean, they're gonna do it in the yard, but I think doing this will unlock the. They're gonna do it in the random ass forest, whatever. I don't know. Akira. Maybe it's too soon. All right, let's focus is now to get the 180 first because that is a huge ass fucking requirement, man. Okay, this is interesting. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to unlock the other stuff because they might be giving a lot of HP if I do them. Let's do this one first. As I was doing my morning routine of weeding, Asumi came out to the porch. Ohayo, Asumi.
おはようございます兄様。
Asumi just stood there, still somewhat groggy from waking up. It's pretty sunny, so you can just relax for today.
すみません。
I went back to weeding. Asumi always wants to do stuff with me, but I'm plenty happy just having her around. Damn, it's hot. How long had I been at it? By the time I noticed, the sun was already high in the sky. Asumi, careful not to get heat stroke.
それは兄様ですよ。
Judging by the lucidity of her response, Asumi had fully woken up.
早めに水分取ってはどうですか？
Pulling myself off the ground, I looked over at Azumi and spotted several bottles of sports drinks next to her. Apparently, she went and gotten them for me. Not a bad idea. I walked up to her and I was about to accept the bottle when I noticed how dirty my gloves had gotten. Can you pop the lid for me? I said, showing off my dirty gloves. Asumi took off the cap and then looked up at me. I was waiting for her to hand it to me when she suddenly started chugging it down. Well, no, it was more of a small sip, really. The Hap opened her mouth and invited me over. Oh, that's a little kinky. Instantly I understood. I moved my mouth to intercept hers. And it was just me, but I think there's something off about the tongue. It's like it's not at the same quality as the other stuff. It's like they had to like the engine add the tongue. Anyway, I don't know. It doesn't match the quality of the art. Anyway, the sports drink flowed from Azumi's mouth into mine. A real mouth-to-mouth transfer. Tasted great. Though to be clear, that's not what I was asking for. Her cheeks flushed red. He's like this wasn't a simple misunderstanding. He leaned in closer to me, while I leaned slightly back. I'm grateful for the offer, but I'm kind of sweaty, aren't I? How many times has she needed to tell me that? The thought almost made me laugh. In that case, I'll have seconds. Asumi took another sip from the sports drink, and I once again leaned in to kiss her. This time, I took my time with the fluid transfer. When I get it from your mouth like that, it kind of has this lemony taste. I think it's just excitement, making it taste a bit more like lemonade. Think I can check it again to make sure? I once again kissed Asumi, who had taken a sip from the drink. I took my time savoring the mixed flavor. Hard to say, I was too excited. Yoisti, by the way. Aroused from all the kissing, there was an obvious bulge in my pants. I laughed nervously while Asumi reached for my waistband. Oh, Asumi! I immediately retracted my hands at her saying so. Just like that, Asumi pulled down my pants. She was more excited than I had imagined. With that, Asumi took her panties off as well. Asumi. As if trying to hide her embarrassment, Asumi took another sip of the sports drink and resumed. Uh-oh. Still barely lucid and basking in the afterglow, I took Asumi in my arms and headed down to the bathroom, not caring about the dirt in my gloves. There was already water in the tub, so I placed her down into it. Her body cooled off, cleansed off both sweat and bodily fluids. As Asumi gradually cooled down, she began pondering out loud. That was a fantastic idea. Plus, sex while kissing was very exciting. In that case, you can take a good look right now. I brought my face closer to hers. She made quite the troubled look.
私は感じてる顔が見たいんですが。
So, you don't want to see it right now? I pretended to be sad, causing Asami to become flustered.
違います。何もしてない時の兄様の顔を正面から見ると照れてしまいます。
Ah, she's so goddamn cute. I kissed her again.
兄様。
In that case, kissing's not that bad either. Saying that, Asumi returned my kiss. Asumi.
兄様。
Even in the bad, we couldn't stop kissing each other. It was as if some prohibition had been removed from us. Seems like we'll be doing lots of kissing today. Oh, she's tired. But we need more. I want to max out her. I want to reach the target first before I worry about the other stuff. I want to either higher. So we gotta do a lot of sex. It is what it is. Okay, the second time you do stuff, the HP gain is really low. So there's more. Okay, we can go to the Hibachi. I have a feeling I need to unlock a lot more things. Like the word degenerate they get. Yeah, they at least incentivize you because the stats are mixed if you're trying to unlock something. Ooh. I'm actually curious about this one. Really am. Alright. Making up in a hibachi. Oh, the sex is stay warm. Now that's an interesting tier 4. As the nights grew colder, I opened the lid of the heart, and it lit the coals inside the brazier. Asami and I held our hands, heated by the soft warmth radiating out.
兄様、こういう風に温まるの初めてで。
You've never done this before?
こうやって誰かと一緒に手を伸ばして温まるのが初めてってことです。
Asami explained, perhaps noticing my inquisitive look.
テレビではよく見てたんですけど、そういう機会はなかったんですよ。
Ah, gotcha. It meant snuggling up close to me while warming up, huh? Asami, who never got to do a bunch of different things, had lots of little gaps in her experience. I'll make sure you get to experience all sorts of new things. I said that. I should turn to look at me again. What's up?
兄様、温まるで思い出したんですが、経験してみたいことがあるんですが。
Oh yeah? If it's something I can do, I'm game.
その、裸になって温め合うというのは経験してみたいです。
Huh?
すみません、また説明不足でしたね。テレビドラマで見たんですけど、冬山の洞窟とかで。
Oh, you mean like when the hikers get stranded?
はい、それです。兄様は経験ありますか？
Well, I can't say that I have, no. But I'm pretty sure the whole thing about warming each other up with your bodies is just a myth.
ガス？嘘ってことですか？
Asami's shoulders slumped. Crap. Can't disappoint Asami like that. Well, we can't say it's fake if we don't try it, right?
兄様のバカ。
That was a very embarrassing line. It got a bit warmer than I expected towards the end there. What with the Asumi sauna and all. Anyway, Asumi wouldn't forgive me till the last whiffs of smoke dispersed. So right away, basically. All right, we can probably still do one thing that could unlock something that will rest. Let's see. We're only limited to below. Yeah, we can do beyond. Unlock state at the mountain street. Okay, this is worth it then. This is something I did during the demo. We got a real handful here. While weeding through the morning, the thought crossed my mind. When we first arrived, it seemed like Tanaka-san had been doing a good job keeping the place weed-free. I couldn't have been more wrong. There's weeds sprouting up all over the place. But let them get a foothold now. This place will be overrun in no time. Suddenly my gaze turned to locate Asumi's strange voice. Asumi had been weeding alongside me, let out a small yelp as she fell on her butt. Daijoubu ka? I ran over to help Asumi stand up. She didn't seem injured, though her face was pained.
この草が抜けなくて。
Before us lied some grass with particularly thick stems.
私、本当に体力がないです。
How about a finger? Curious, I held out my index finger to Asumi. Give it a squeeze. As requested, she tried to squeeze my finger, but it felt more like a massage than anything else. I'd say it's less about strength and more about grip.
握力ですか？
Yeah, building up your grip strength is even tougher than your stamina, so just leave the big ones to me. Saying so, I grabbed a stalk of offending grass tightly. I'll pull it out with ease. It shows Asumi how cool her Niu-chan is. What in the? The roots are deeper in there than I thought and won't budge. Is this how they make him out in the boonies? I could always just take a sickle to them, but that's not nearly as cool as I envisioned. Once more, I carry a string in my hands and pull.
兄様。
You know, this sound effect's really weird. I remember this in the demo now. That's a really weird sound effect for weeds you can't pull. Fucking sounds like a fart, man. Anyway, hearing Asumi's voice, I looked to the side. Don't look so worried, Asumi. Oni-chan won't lose a bunch of weeds.
もう少しで抜けそうです。
Accompanied by the sounds of snapping, my hands gradually toward the roots from the air. Excellent. Surrender and bow before my might. Here we go! I took one last breath and pulled all my weight into it. Hold. Ah! The roots popped right out, throwing me entirely off balance. Unable to right myself, I took one step back after another, repeating this all the way past the edge of the grass.
兄様。
My backwards movement accelerated until finally I fell flat on my ass. Wait, where am I? Gathering myself, I found I had popped out beyond the edge of the property. Is this a mountain trail? I hadn't noticed it from the yard before. Asumi called out to me from the garden. Hiki?
兄様、大丈夫。あ、
Having followed me past the grass, Asumi's eyes widened in surprise.
こっちにこんな道があったんですね。 あの先、何があるんでしょうね。
It was about time for lunch, so we came back to the house. while eating some hastily prepared salmon. We chatted about the mountain trail. Where do you think it goes, Asami?
なんでしょうか。でもワクワクしますね。
It could be somewhere scary. Like, say, a graveyard, maybe. I've heard people live in the mountains get their own private burials and stuff.
それは。
Oh crap, did I spook her? Well, I could go check it out first.
それならなおさら行って手を合わせてご挨拶しなきゃですね。
You know, we can't argue with that. It looks like Asami's not too scared of ghost stuff, dude. And aside from that, she's as polite and kind as ever. We didn't notice it at first because of the dead tree in the way, but it turns out there was a way to the trail through the garden the whole time. First, we cleared the rotten wood out of the path, and then returned to the trail. Let's go, Asami.
はい。
What could be there? The nerves starting setting as we continue down the path.
兄様、向こうに変わった形の岩が見えますね。ちょっと行ってみませんか。
Hmm.
兄様。
Before that,
はい。
I went camping in the mountains once, back during summer camp.
へ
Do you know what orienteering is? Asami?
説明会とかですかね。
You're thinking of orientation.
そうか。
It's kind of a game. You split into teams and explore trails like this. So, one time, we ventured off the trail and got completely lost. Our team just barely made it back unscathed. And since then, I've learned better than to venture off the beaten path.
じゃあ外れない方がいいですね。
I just wanted to make sure you understood the dangers. You go check it out.
行きません。兄様を遭難させるわけにいきません。
Me?
だって私一人になってしまいます。
Yeah, things will be bad if you got stuck without me. Well then, how will we hold hands whenever we veer off the path? As long as we're getting lost together, we're in the clear. What's up?
その兄様と二人なら逆に遭難してみたいかもって思っちゃいました。
Same here. Despite all that, we continued our way, not stopping for any weird-looking rocks. Down of water.
ここ何ですか？
We arrived at the stream. I didn't realize this was so close by.
あの参道はこの小川への道ってことなんですかね。
It might have been a watering hole in the past.
水が？ああ、ここに水を汲みに来てたんですね。
Guess we were wrong about the graves.
そうですね。でもとても素晴らしいです。
They looked all around, awestruck. It seemed like this place really captured Asami's fancy.
小川に入っちゃっていいですか？
Asami looked at me, full of vigor. Yeah, go for it. I gave him a response, mentally shifting into lifeguard mode. Be sure not to slip.
はーい。
Seeing Asami enjoying herself is really all I need in life.
見てください、兄様。これメダカですよね。
Lifting her skirt slightly, her exposed thighs glistened. The sight of it made my heart race. Wait, crap. Now's not the time for that. I gotta check out this fish. Wow, nice catch.
こういうの初めてです。水遊びって本当に楽しいです。
Wait, I could use this as a thumbnail. I don't think I had this from demo. I mean, I went through this event on the demo, but like I don't remember taking a screenshot. Anyway, glad to hear it.
元気だったらこういうのいっぱい経験できたんでしょうね。
Yeah, I suppose so. Asumi's never gotten to experience these little pleasures.
兄様？
What am I doing? Getting all depressed now. Alright. I'm gonna play too. Waking a sec. Oh, get weird. Alright, I'm back. Let's go.
本当ですか？
Asmi really wanted to play with me, apparently. And frankly, so did I. I started out thinking I'd watch over her from afar, but I'd rather be the kind of Bonnie-chan that plays with her. We're just getting started. I'll teach you all sorts of stuff. Asmi's smile was full of charm. Her thighs are certainly attractive, but they don't hold a candle to that smile. Okay. We're so out of fucking HP. So we gotta rest. But I wonder if there's an update. Ooh. Ooh. 9 times troll. Sex in the mountain stream tier 1. Wait, I'm curious if this is already the max level for the Photon. I think it is. But, we're not getting anything else. But how the event ended, it seemed like there's going to be more. So I don't know. Okay, we've seen this before. I need a lot. We need a lot of how to raise the HP. Everything is basically the same. It's much better to even repeat like an event we already did. I might actually need to refuse an exam. Oh shit. With the way things are, I might actually need to refuse an exam. Because it's 80. A lot. Alright, let's go for this. Less 10 HP. I actually don't know what the green does, unless it's just a repeat. Anyway, I was distracted for a second or something. I woke up in the middle of the night to find Asami straddling me. At the moment I was too surprised. Asami's confession sounded innocent at the time, but from the night on, I would go to bed slightly nervous, wondering when I'd wake up to a wild Asami straddling me. Basically, he was asleep and just been doing sleep sex with the dude. Alright, thank God she's 40. It means we have a lot. We could have a discount on sex. Discount on sex. I need the fucking. Yeah, but I think they kind of speedrun the thing, because once you do it, it's just going to be. Yeah. Anyway. Let me take something that has a high HP requirement. So it's the Colingus. Okay. They're all 9 anyway, so this is me just clearing this out. The realization came to me during dinner. Again, Asami. I put a lot of time and effort into today's meal. I placed my handmade assortment of boiled vegetables, karage, and potato salad on the dining table.
すごい
I even made tamagoyaki, your favorite.
卵焼きまで今日はごちそういっぱいです
I wouldn't call it quite a feast. Call it a feast, but it was adorable to see Asami so happy about a relatively normal dish.
おいしいです
I'm glad to hear it. Eat as much as you like. Rather than continuing, Asami stopped, holding her chopsticks still.
兄様は食べないんですか
I'll eat some, but I made it for you, Asami.
そうなんですか私こういう美味しいの食べてると申し訳ない気持ちになります
Why?
してもらってばっかりで悪いなって
So that was the issue. I told her that I loved cooking, and there was no need for her to feel inferior about it. Asami seemed to understand, but I was thinking about it. I came to a realization. I had become sexually active with Asami lately. My actions made her feel good, brought her pleasure, and ultimately made her happy. That feeling of being stirred, though, became too strong then. Just like cooking, would she start to feel that things were one-sided? That I was putting myself out for her sake? That would be no good. It was my own desire and volition that led me to do those things for her. I wanted her to understand that the reason I did things was because I loved to see her happy. With cooking, she could understand through my words alone. But with sex, which was harder to talk about, words alone would not suffice. For that reason, I would have to communicate through my actions. I would have to make her understand.
兄様どうしました
Just as I had determined my own course of action, Asami came over closer to me. Ah, perfect timing. You come to the right place. There's something I wanted to do.
なんでしょう兄様
Can you show me your special place, Asami?
は
With my request coming abruptly out of nowhere, Asami did not seem to catch my meaning. In that case, I need to stop beating around the bush. Let me see your pussy, Asami. Now that we're under this nice bright light, I want to get another good look at it.
あそうですよね明るくなったんだから見え方が
Asami, please!
いやその兄様のお願いは叶えたいので
She seemed to be against it at first, but ultimately said yes. Are you sure it's okay?
見るだけですよ見るだけです
Sure thing. Having given my vague reply, I resolved to continue. It was time to show Asami the keen interest I had taken in her body, to make her understand how much I loved to give her pleasure. We just need to do this 2 more times and we're safe. Do we even have enough to have the internet? I have a feeling we're gonna have to skip the fucking exam this time around. Yeah, I have a feeling we're not gonna make it. Because the internet alone is a lot of HP spent. Alright, let's see how this goes. I finished reading and returned inside to find Asami doing some kind of strange exercise.
こうかな
She seemed to be shaking her head up and down. What was she up to?
優しく包んで脇を締めて軽く握ってそうだもっと手首を使って
I like how she's visualizing it. Another current shot through my crotch. My body responded before my head could even process it. I couldn't stay quiet any longer. Asami, what on earth are you doing?
あ兄様
Noticing me, she approached.
私ずっと思っ
My body's response, it seemed, had been right on the money. So that was practice. Wow, you're diligent.
やった兄様に褒めてもらいました。でも私一人じゃ限界を感じてました。
So you're saying? I had a feeling she was implying something naughty. I couldn't help but match her polite, beating around the bush tone.
兄様のおちんちんで試させてください。
Went for the straight. I know it.
私もっといろいろと知りたいんです。
Right
今
now?
です。
The straightforwardness of Asumi's reply immediately broke down the last of my defenses. In any case, being attentive to these kinds of needs was my duty as her Oni-chan. No problem. Study up. This is the real thing.
はあ、いいんですか？
I was naturally reluctant to expose my dick to my Imoto, to his eyes in broad daylight, but hesitation would even be more shameful. Yeah, use it as much as you like.
はい、勉強させてもらいます。
Just a little study. I pulled it out, grabbed a nearby stool, and sat down. Without missing a beat, Asumi reached her hand out to grab it. It had hit her face up with her finger and gave it a sniff. It seemed that our study session was not quite over.
おちんちんの匂いと違うんですね。
They say, home smells like chestnut flowers.
栗の花ですか。そっちも匂いを嗅いでみたいですね。味は。
Watching her lick my cum caused an unexpected reaction down below.
しょっぱい。
Bro needs to eat some good vegetables, especially pineapple. Anyway, embarrassed to already be a wreck again, I quickly made my exit.
兄様、どこに？
Go ahead, review on your own now. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna make it. Tired also doesn't help, man. Wait. Oh. 48 fucking H. Oh, man. There's a lot of new stuff because of the, oh, breastfeeding and, okay, that's interesting. Paizeru, okay. There's a lot of things I need to unlock. But we only have... Let's see what we can do. 48. Fuck, that would have solved the problem easily. That would have led me to 190. No choice. I'll take for gentle touches. We'll do this in the next tier. Yeah, I think we could make it. We could make it. Just barely. Giddy giddy. We were eating plums while drinking tea. Plums, tea, and this beautiful veranda make for the perfect combination. Huh? Asumi was sitting next to me then responded. I looked over at her and saw that her head was hanging down as she nodded off into a doze. Falling asleep, huh? The tea was pairing well, not just with the plum, but also the other tea time treat being served to me. The sight of Asumi's cute, sleepy face. Man, this was the absolute best. But I was getting a little tired too. Ah! Having nearly dropped my teacup, I shouted out without thinking. Asumi's eyes jolted open.
兄様。
Did I wake you?
兄様の声で目が覚めました。
Sorry about that.
いえ、目を覚ましたら兄様がいてくれるんですよ。幸せです。
I see. Well, that's good. After the two of us shared a smile, Asumi was abruptly taken by a light shiver.
兄様、少し失礼しますね。
To go to the bathroom, I assume. Asumi attempted to stand, but stumbled on the way up. Ha! I caught Asumi in my arms as she fell. Because I was already close by, had been able to save her without even thinking. That much, at least, was a necessary skill for an Anisha. Daijoubu ka?
はいありがとうございます。
Were you perhaps not feeling well?
いえちょっと足が滑っただけです。
Holding Asumi in my arms allowed me a closer look at her face. Her expression betrayed a bit of exhaustion. So much has happened lately. For that matter, she may have been worn out from the recent sex. In any case, Asumi was really light and cute to boot. To think I'd already done it with this girl. Okay, this scene, very interesting that it feels like it was specifically meant after the first night or something. I don't know, man. Anyway,
兄さんは
she looked up at me, happiness written on her face. What is it?
私
As she spoke, her body restlessly squirmed in my gasp and made her thighs rub together. Right. I had been in the middle of getting up to go to the bathroom. Oh, go in. As soon as I stood Asumi up, she bolted in a panic for the bathroom. Go weigh yourself.
兄様のバカ
It's rare to hear such aggressive language from Asumi, who was typically so meek. Even being called and back up by her made me happy. After dinner, Asumi started to feel lightheaded again. Having already been vigilant to the possibility of their dizziness returning, I was ready to react. I placed a supporting hand on the back of her shoulders. Are you alright?
すみません
She had been dozing, absent-mindedly drifting, and visibly staggering for some time now. I think the tiredness might be getting to me.
ちょっとだけでも大丈夫です
I considered calling Annie-sensei out to take a look at her, but figured that it was probably not necessary. There was a high chance that Asumi was simply exhausted from exerting herself during sex. Hey, why don't we turn in early tonight? As soon as I said that, Asumi shot me a shy, embarrassed look.
兄様お願いがあるんですが
What is it?
隣で寝てほしい
Hmm?
添い寝ダメですか
Sleeping together. Now that we've done it once, it was hard not to think about it all the time. But this time, it seemed she really was just talking about sleeping side by side as brother and sister. Of course, I can get you some soothing rubs until you fall asleep at that, if it helps.
兄様私そんなに子供じゃありません
Okay then. Do you not want me to? Asumi made a slightly pouty face and turned away in a huff.
してほしいです
Oh, kawaii. So kawaii. So kawaii. Shit. That fucking line from Revengeance. Anyway, alright. I'll give you lots of rubs then. Once I laid down next to Asumi, I gently pulled her body close to my own.
兄様
Just sleeping side by side, huh?
兄様のぬくもり
Just as I had promised, I gave Asumi soothing rubs on the top of her head.
今日はしないんですか
Aren't I already giving you rubs?
なでなでじゃなくてそのエッチ
We had decided to turn in early so that Asumi could recover her strength. To have sex, then we would be getting our priorities mixed up. Isn't it better not to push yourself?
私兄様を気持ちよくしてあげたい
Asumi. The feeling came from her heart. When I had sex with Asumi the other day, I'd been happy to be able to bring her pleasure. Making her feel good had brought me the utmost joy. Asumi presumably felt the same way. But there were ways to satisfy the urge that didn't involve sex. As long as I could make Asumi understand that I'll be fine without them, we would be good. Actually, I don't think we should have sex today.
そうですか
Oh no. We're disappointed. Even if we don't have sex, how does sleeping while going naked sound to you? We'll get close and feel each other's body temperature. I think it sounds really wonderful, personally. Bruh, that doesn't work, man. I know that always leads to that. Anyway,
ぬくもりを与え合うってことですか？
she said, seeming to realize that was basically the same. Yeah, exactly.
したい。
We both stripped our clothes and got back into the. Okay, we can make it. We're gonna rest. Oh, what's this? I don't know why the term is gentle touches. It was basically mutual masturbation, basically. Okay, whatever the term is. I don't know. I don't care. All right. We're gonna need that internet, man. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. And she's happy. I'm also happy because we're gonna make it. As they say, live, Tofuku no ikeru yo. Ikeru. Where's the internet? Internet. Camera. Setting up the internet. Unlocks multiple events. I like that. If you want an internet, first you need a phone line. Currently, all we got is an analog line that can barely handle phone calls. Obviously, we won't be browsing the web on something like that. Now, how do I handle this? I didn't care changing the name of the existing phone number, but with everything else that's been going on, I never got the details of the contract. I'll have to phone Tanaka-san first. After talking it over with Tanaka-san, I tried contacting the phone company to see if they could set up internet for us. No luck, huh? I spent a while getting jerked around on the phone before realizing that this wasn't going to go smoothly. I could request a base station from a mobile provider. Nah, not realistic. Getting this handled before our next checkup was beginning to look impossible. Just as I started digging down into the details, the phone rang. Damn, man. She has access. Even before I could say yes, who is it? I got blasted with a proposal. Naturally, I said yes, and she showed up nearly instantly with a satellite dish, a laptop, and other network devices. What do you even have all these? Right. Anna says I was the one giving us all these assignments, so I figured that she foresees this being a problem. So basically, you've been prepping this from the start. Huh? With our lawyer? I got that she was well prepared, but I didn't think she'd be preparing for this long. In hindsight, it's not like you can just buy a satellite dish at the drop of a hat. So, hey. Seems like she and the lawyer had already worked everything out. Was just waiting for my approval. I was actually going to ask about the assignment. You've been prepping all of this from the start. Why bother? I guess. Not a terribly convincing argument, but there's no point in complaining now. Seeing that the situation has been settled, Asumi approached. That was hell of a simplification, but Asumi still didn't quite get it. Back in the building, he had a smartphone. but she didn't use it very much. She's pretty much tech illiterate.
とにかくやってみればわかる。お兄ちゃん設置したまえ。
Yeah, I'm on it. There we go. We're connected. I set up the antenna using the old well as a pedestal. Ran a cable down the router, and linked that up to the computer. Plus a comb. There were a little hiccups that slowed us down, but I managed to get everything hooked up. I kind of can't believe it. We actually got online. It's an odd feeling having an internet connection running in this decrepit old house in the countryside. The juxtaposition was amusing, but it made me a little anxious. Is this actually a good thing?
手こずったね。君はこういうのの設置をしてたんじゃないのかい？
I didn't mention working in a repair shop to her. We handle basic repair, but we never really touch any modern communications tech. To begin with, the internet's always been a hassle. You gotta spend so much time dealing with compatibility issues then.
兄様、ネットやってみてください。
Asking me impatient after having been kept waiting for so long, interrupted my tirade. Oh, right, let's do that. I turned the laptop on. Let's see. Oh, no, setup needed. The laptop Ane-sensei brought us was from a domestic manufacturer. It had all sorts of software pre-installed, also known as bloatware. First, I opened up the browser and ran a quick speed test. Let's... Ah! 300 megabytes per second. That's kind of slow, but I mean, they're in the countryside, but it is what it is.
300?
The net speed, basically. Even our old place only had 100, so this is kind of crazy. Oh, but our upload's not very fast. I guess that's not much of a problem for normal users, though. Asami responded, clearly not following me. Well, wanna watch some doga? The easiest way to understand the internet is to go to a video site after all. What would be a good first watch? Oh, I know. Old boss did have a channel, and he didn't be too hard to find. The bro had a voice line. The laptop displayed the image of the Sacho, who I hadn't seen in quite some time. I went to his channel before because he told me the videos did numbers, but it turned out those numbers were in the double digits. He had a regular upload schedule to boot.
これが社長さんなんですね。おー。
Asumi became completely absorbed in watching. Even later, Asumi continued watching a variety of different videos.
ネットって面白いですね。
Asumi looked happy, almost as like she just got a new toy. I was plainly happy myself, and all my prior worries were completely vanished by the net. I have to admit, going along with her assignment and setting up the internet was the right call. And seeing as that's the case, I should actually say it out loud. Ane-sensei, thank you for all of this. I said that in the most friendly tone I
あ
could.
りがとうございます。姉ちゃん。
Asumi hurriedly gave her own thanks.
まったく、お前たち兄弟は。まあいい。君たちの幸せのために今後は活用するといい。ヒュー。別に照れてるわけではないぞ。これが成熟された大人文具ってやつさ。ヒュー。生意気に育ちよって。姉ちゃん？ああ、なんでもない。では帰ろうか。
With that, she left alongside her assistant, as talkative as ever. We reached in time. The day of Asumi's regularly scheduled examination has arrived. Let's see. But we supposedly made it. As per our appointment, we decided to have a medical examination today.
やあ、お兄ちゃん、妹ちゃん、元気してたかな？
She appeared exactly as she had in the past, waving her hands around while speaking in casual tones.
お待ちしてました。
Asumi greeted her first. Hello, Sensei.
こちらへどうぞ。
Asumi promptly guided Sensei to the back of the room. She sat down, grinning.
ほら座布団をもっと持ってきてもいいぞ。また子供扱いするんだろ。今日はどんなやり方をしてくるのかね。
So rent free, man. So rent free.
いえそんな考えてみると私も大人げなかったよ。
What is Anna Sensei about this time?
もう怒らないから。ほら今日の趣向を見せたまえ。
Gesturing, bring him on. Anna Sensei invited us in. Asumi and I exchanged glances.
お兄様と話したんですが姉先生に対して敬意が足りてないんじゃないかって。
I nodded along in agreement.
だから態度を改めようって思ったんです。そんなこと言っても定期検診に手心を加えたりはしないぞ。いえそんなことは考えてもったいぶらなくていい。ほらお菓子を用意しているのだろう。一応は用意しましたけど。やっぱりちょっとシナモンの匂いがするからそうじゃないかと思ったんだよ。
She just wanted to eat it. She just wanted an excuse to eat some of those cinnamon cookies. Could it be she caught a faint whiff of cinnamon, got a craving, and started to trying to bait us? So you'd bring it out the snack.
でも考えてみると普通診察受ける前に先生にお菓子なんてあげませんよね。え？本当に今まですみませんでした。
Bro, she wants that, but she was like, "Oh no, I'm not getting the shit."
いやだから。
We apologize for treating you with such disrespect. I chimed in, repeating Asumi's apology.
待て謝る必要はない。これまでのことだって別に怒ってはいないし今まで通りでいいぞ。
The desire for cinnamon is so strong.
でもほらほら私はお前たちの愛すべき姉ちゃん先生だぞ。
She spread her arms wide, as if to suggest she'd accept anything and everything.
本当ですか？愛しちゃっていいんですか？愛しちゃって？一緒に二言はない。よかった。姉ちゃん、これからもよろしくお願いしますね。
Asumi said, patting our cute sensei on the head.
急に慣れ慣れしくなったな。まあいいけど。そうだ、見てください。姉ちゃん、シナモンが好きというので八つ橋を取り寄せたんですよ。
She presented a box of Natsuhashi that just arrived that morning.
やっぱりそうか。この匂いは八つ橋か。しかも新緑園の八つ橋じゃないか。私の好物をよく知ってるな。ネットでこれが現在の一番だって書いてありました。おお、早速インターネットを利用しているね。現代的だぞ。では早速いただこうかな。いい香りだ。
After taking a sniff, she snapped it up.
おいしい。でしたら一個と言わずどうぞ。そうだ、悪いね。先生、ミルクも用意しました。
Asumi brought out a glass of milk, though I had no idea where we're from.
おお、相変わらず気が利くね。
Watching her gulp down a glass of milk, she really did look like a kid.
妹ちゃんはシナモンが好きかな？はい、好きですよ。
It felt like I was watching two friends happily chatting away. Yeah, this is the type of thing I wanted to see. Anna says it suddenly turned to face me. Yes, what is it?
満足げにうんうんってお前は広報腕組みおじさんか
Sure enough, I crossed my arms, just nodding contently.
待ってください兄様おじさんじゃないです
Does not know the term.
ああこれはネットミームだよ
Net the meme. Net the meme.
ネットミームネットの中の流行り文句というか流行語みたいな感じですかちょっとニュアンスが違うというかまあこれからパソコンをいじっていくうちにピンとくるようになるよはあ
That might be true, but I don't know how I feel about my immortal using memes like that. The meme.
では妹ちゃんそろそろ診察を始めようか
Having finished off her plate, Anna says I gave the starting signal.
はい口を開けてあ
And thus her regular checkup began. What is it like the cutoff scene?
ーインターネットも開設した体調の方も問題ない
So I'm guessing they had like a scene where you got the internet up, but your health's looking mad. Anyway, I actually don't know what happens if you fail like the examination, but we already know what happens if the HP was 0.
合格だありがとうございます
It seemed like we managed to avoid the return to the hospital one more time, and we breathed a sigh of relief.
では次へ進む君たちに知らせることがある
Yes?
この前異母兄弟が君たちの弁護士のところに現れたという話は覚えているかな
Wait, sorry, I got distracted. All right, we're back in the storyline. I thought she was about to bring up our next challenge, but instead she turned to that topic. Oh, yes, of course. After having heard it from Annie Sensei, we officially received word from the lawyer. He said that they were conducting an investigation to confirm the story, but
その兄弟とその母親が君たちに会いたいと言っていてね弁護士は今まで妹ちゃんの体調を理由に断り続けてきたがこちらの住所を調べて勝手に訪ねてきそうな勢いらしいのだよ
that's
それが抑えられない肉親としての情愛なのかどうなのかわからないんだがだから弁護士に言ったんだよ私が段取りをするからいっそのことちゃんと合わせてしまってはとね
you're handling the arrangement, Sensei?
ああ私が間に入らないと車でここに乗り付けかねないしね
True enough. If you're willing, then I'm all for it. It would definitely be better than having them show up uninvited.
よし話は決まった異母兄弟には次の定期検診のタイミングで訪ねてきてもらおうもちろん私も同席するそれで妹ちゃんは今以上に体力をつけること体力ですかああそれを次の定期検診の課題にする妹ちゃんをさらっていくとは思わないけど何が起こるかわからないからねいいかなはい
Sorry for all this. When I said that, she gave me a somewhat stern
お
face.
兄ちゃんには一応言っておいた方がいいかな私は君たちのチコとして情も湧いたし手助けも惜しまないだろうだが 妹ちゃんを見ている主治医としては別だ。体調に問題が起きれば病院に戻ってもらう。そこには情は関係ない。医者としての判断をするから、それを忘れないように。いいね。
To draw the point home, I guess that means that she'll lend a hand this time. But Dad, I shouldn't count on her too much. Yes, I understand.
よろしい。ではしっかり準備するように。
Having said her piece, Sensei got up and started heading for the door.
ちょ最後はちょっと脅しすぎ。だんだんツッコミが父親に似てくるね。
She departed, chatting with her assistant the whole way.
兄様。
As soon as Sensei was out of earshot, she spoke up, and her voice full of concern. I can't exactly say I'm too excited about meeting the siblings of ours. But even so, there's no point in worrying ourselves over it. Since we made it through another checkup, let's do our usual post-checkup celebration.
私たちの幸せに乾杯。
Alright, tier 4. Omedetou, tier 4 open. We had a re-celebration and went straight to bed. It was really nice seeing Asumi and Ani-sensei getting along so well. As I rolled around under the covers, I started thinking about these half-siblings of ours. We're really going to meet them, huh? If it's just that they found out about us because of our father, or Otosan's death, and wanted to meet us, that'll be nice, but do they really just want to meet us? Or maybe.
兄様、もしかして姉ちゃんの話ですか？
Did I wake you up?
私たちの異母兄弟。
It's fine. They're probably fine people. But and anyway, if something did happen, I'll make sure nothing happens to you. I stroke her head and ask her to close her eyes.
兄様。
Asumi peacefully drifted off. Patting her head seemed to calm her down, and it made me feel relaxed too. No matter what happens, as long as Asumi's here, I'll be fine. We'll just keep living our lives. And with that thought, I dozed off too. I'm gonna call it in here, but I want to do some exploration first a little bit, just to... Oh, internet though. Shape of happiness, nightmare. I haven't done any of the happiness stuff yet. Introducing cleaning pot. Fingering while wearing an Oh, that's interesting. Traction sex while cleaning. Oh, that's interesting. That's a lot. That's actually a lot. 18. What? 300? What the fuck? I have to refuse exams. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna make this one. Oh, we haven't done this. Ah, shit. I think I really need to skip the other low sex life. Buying a mobile device. Your ability to postpone the checkup with the sensei increased by 1. Lurking in the shadows, dear. Oh, that's interesting. I have a feeling I need to get this one. The hell? It looks like we really need to take advantage of the... Because right now... I haven't done any of the other stuff. Adjusting the special baton. Okay. Provides the highest rating. Okay. The fuck? I actually haven't done much of the other stuff yet. I think I want to skip the refuse exam next time because I'm really so out. Honestly. The meaning of fucking the name. Yeah, I need to unlock a lot of things. I'm still not gonna make it, honestly. All right, I'll save up. And yeah, I'll end this, have dinner, and I'm gonna get started with Summer Pockets. I hope you guys enjoy watching, and I'll see you guys in the next upload or in Summer Pockets. Ciao.